Why should we study ancient history? Why should we study ancient history? Studying the past lights up the present, and through that lightning enhances the future. Okay, so by studying the ancient past, we can learn their mistakes and their triumphs and build on the good while we hopefully avoid the bad. Okay, in today's lesson, we are going to be looking at a lot of ancient traditions. So, first of all, let's explore. Welcome to today's topic on ancient Egypt, Greece, Rome, and Carthage. So, we're going to look at the uh, traditions of the ancient Egypt, Greece, Rome, and Carthage. Okay, we're going to explore the ancient civilization of cultures of cities like Egypt. So, let's start with the ancient Egypt. Ancient Egypt was one of the greatest empires of the world, okay? Egyptian pharaohs had huge armies of soldiers and chariots. So today we are going to talk about tombs, mummies and pharaohs. Today we are going to travel to ancient Egypt. Egypt is a country that still exists in the world today. Egypt is located in the northeastern part of Africa. So Egypt is located in Africa. So we're going to talk about the development of Egypt around the Nile River. The Nile is the longest river in the world. Okay, so farmers grew crops and built their homes around the Nile. Their homes were made from straw or bricks. The farmers learned how to grow more crops than they needed and started to trade with neighboring villages around. So these farmers, the villages grew into small towns and eventually developed into the great kingdom of ancient Egypt. Again, the Nile River wasn't only used for the growing of crops, it was used for fishing, transporting of their goods, and even large blocks that were used to do the buildings during the era. Okay, so their buildings were made from straw or bricks. The Egyptians had lots of gods. Some have human body and animal head. God Basta with his lion head, God Anemon with his jackal head. The most important of them all is Ra, god of sun, and it has a falcon's head. There were many pharaohs in the ancient Egyptian kingdom, and these pharaohs are known as kings. Egypt had 31 dynasties and their kings were called pharaohs. You can see the image before you. These were all the different pharaohs, all the kings that Egypt had in their ancient times. So the Egyptian kings, they were called pharaohs. Egyptian pharaohs were also worshipped as gods. Now, Egyptian religion, the Egyptians worshipped gods and goddesses. They had a lot of gods. We have Amon-Ra. Amon-Ra is the chief god. Another important god was Osiris, the god of the living and the dead. Isis is a goddess believed to be Osiris' wife. And they have a son, which is known as Horus, the god of the sky. Egyptians believe in the life after death. So they were buried with their belongings, furniture, and all. There's what we call mummification. The belief was that if a body was preserved, its spirit would exist in the afterlife. So when they are preserving these bodies, they wash with spices, palm wine, and salt to dry it up. It's also coated with resin to make it waterproof. The ancient Egyptian people built great burial tombs for their kings. Okay, so these burial tombs are known as pyramids. These pyramids are shaped like triangles. The Great Pyramid still exists today and can be seen at Giza. Okay, so these are the tombs. These are the mummified. The Egyptians kept very good written records. They developed a form of writing called hieroglyphics, which uses pictures to form words. So from these records, archaeologists were able to understand the way Egyptians lived their lives. Okay, so you can see all the writings of the ancient Egyptians. The ancient Egyptians had a very rich and interesting culture. They made many contributions towards civilization. So, having learned about the culture of the ancient Egyptian civilization, we are going to look at the next culture, which is the ancient Greece. Greece is located in Europe. Greece lies at the meeting point of three continents. Greece lies between Europe, Asia, and Africa. So, but Greece is a country in Europe. Greece is surrounded by water. No part of Greece is far from the sea. Most Greeks were sailors, traders, and fishermen. They had cities called polis. Polis is well organized. There was an agora in each one of them, which is the main public place. Acropolis, which is one of the highest parts of the polis. The theater where the ancient Greeks held their comedy or tragedy play. Walls to defend the city, and the Parthenon where they worshipped their gods and the temple. Athens and Sparta were two of the most common powerful polis, that is cities, in Greece. Oftentimes, there are occasional fights within the cities, and these were then declared wars to expand their territory. Ancient Greece had free citizens and non-citizens. The free citizens were born in the polis, that is in the cities. Non-citizens were the women, the foreigners, and the slaves. The non-citizens never enjoyed their fundamental human rights. Democracy originated from Athens in Greece, and only the free citizens were allowed to make votings to elect their leaders and make decisions. Ancient Greeks were a polytheistic society, which means they worshipped many gods. Have you heard about Ares, the god of war, Poseidon, the sea god, and did you know that Zeus is the father of all the gods? Ancient Greek mythology, it's a collection of all the gods and heroes in the ancient Greeks kingdom, civilization. Do you know the story of Hercules? Hercules was an amazing superhero. He was the son of Zeus, half god, half human. Hercules' power was out of this world. And again, the Greeks were very curious people. So the Greeks were curious about nature, about human beings. This was how the discipline of philosophy came about, which is in Greeks, love of wisdom. Some of the well-known philosophers were Plato and Aristotle. One of the greatest mathematicians of the period were Pythagoras and Archimedes. They tried to apply the principle of geometry to architectural building. Their interest for the quest for knowledge helped the ancient Greeks expand around the Mediterranean territory. The Olympic Games originated from the ancient Greeks. Isn't it incredible that they were able to survive till the modern time? This event is held every 4 years in Olympia. Different athletes came from various parts of Greece and they participated in events like jumping, disc throw, and running. Medals were given to winners of various events, and up till today, they were known for teamwork, discipline, and effort. So now we know that ancient Greeks were great sportsmen. The Olympics originated from Greeks. Okay, the ancient Greeks contributed to education in the fields of mathematics, philosophy, science, and medicine. So we've seen how democracy started from Greeks, demos meaning people, while kratos meaning strength. We've seen sports, Olympics, we've seen science and philosophy, seen the. So now let's talk about the ancient Rome. Rome is in Europe, is in continent of Europe in Italy. Okay, Rome is called Caput Mundi, meaning capital of the world. And the smallest country in the world is Vatican, which is found in Rome. The Roman Empire became powerful and wealthy under the rule of great men. One of such great men were Julius Caesar. Rome expanded to become an empire covering much of Europe, including Britain. And just like our city and other cities around the world, Rome have changed over the years. Now let's travel back time to the ancient Roman Empire. Long time ago, Rome began as a small town along the Tiber River in central Italy. Romans taught their subjects to build roads and towns, to speak Latin, and to use common currency. Rome was built around several empires. An empire is a country ruled by an emperor. After about 200 years of absolute power, the Roman Empire began to decline. The rulers were weak and were killed shortly after becoming emperor. So these representatives were the ones that voted the leaders into power because Rome was first a republic and it's only the rich that are representatives and every male had to vote. Rome had three groups. One of the groups ran the government, the other group made the laws, while the last group are the judges. So other countries use Rome as a basis on how to run their own government. Like we saw earlier, we had the Temple of Saturn. This is a place where the Romans worship their god. The worship of the emperor also became the Rome official religion, but gradually Christianity slowly emerged in Rome. Some of the founders of early Christianity were treated harshly for their beliefs in Rome. Christianity endured and spread around the empire, and then they had the Roman amphitheater where they do their entertainment. Gladiators' fights were also a form of entertainment. For hundreds of years, people come around to watch men and sometimes women fight each other. Gladiators are slaves or people who have committed crime. They are often chosen to fight to see if they are healthy enough. Oftentimes, people willingly sign just to fight, and gladiators who won are treated as celebrities. People often go to school to learn how to fight, and the winners always have a reward of money and even the glory of being called a gladiator. Oftentimes, one of the gladiators might be badly wounded, and occasionally, some of them die. Some of the gladiators even fight animals. The Colosseum, which is in the city of Italy, is an arena where gladiators always fight. Now, let's look at the Carthage. Carthage is located in North Africa in Tunis, in present-day Tunisia. Carthage was established as a trading city by the ancient Phoenicians of Turkey. So Carthage eventually became stronger and wealthier from trade. Now we have the ancient Carthage, King Hannibal of Carthage and his staff at war with the Romans. They are always at war with the Romans. The Carthaginians had first, the second, and the third war, and these wars were known as the Punic Wars. What were the Punic Wars? Punic Wars, this is the name given to the three major wars fought between the ancient Rome and Carthage. At the Third Punic War, the Romans defeated the Carthaginians and sold them into slavery. Thanks for watching this video and please ensure to upload your assignment. Be good.